just on my own way, with never looking back to those who lived in fear. There was nothing I could do, there is nothing you said that could make me realize how much lucky I was. Just out of reach of the fire, was not aware of the nightmare. But when I stopped to see through sight, begging for help, begging for help.
The most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic real world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $100,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
Hi, race fans. Welcome live tonight here, Bristol. That's right, the short track. They call it the last great Coliseum here for the Doug Designs Extreme Motorsports 99.com Truck Series. Very good one. We got Tyler Hallman sitting on pole. We got qualifying underway. Joe White up here. By the legendary man himself, Tim McBrayer. Tim, how you doing?
I'm doing great, Joe. How you doing tonight?
Well, pretty good. Well, we're under the lights here at Bristol. Short track racing. You can go see.
Well, we under the lights. It's definitely going to be cool.
Now, there you go. I mean, that's the way to look at it. Hopefully, not too many wrecks or anything tonight.
Maybe. I was looking at them practice before I got it, and no, I didn't even think about the light situation, but you know, the track cooler and it'll stick better. It'll be tight.
Absolutely will. Just have to see what happens here. Getting set to wrap up qualifying. Got a couple minutes left for everybody to get going. We'll see what we got. Qualifying underway.
That's right.
You think you're going to pull this one off here tonight?
I think that our number one position there, I believe he got a better chance than several of them.
Well, I hope so. That would be Tyler Hallman. Tyler's had an up and down race, up and down season so far. And be interesting to see what he can pull off here tonight. I mean, Bristol, though, it's kind of an unknown style track, short track racing.
Yeah, and these trucks are do good at Bristol. They just got to respect one another, Joe.
All right, I'll tell you what, right now, getting set. Close out qualifying, about a minute left here. Like I say, Tyler Hallman sitting on top. We got a good one. Short track racing. Call this the last great Coliseum. I call it the fishbowl of racing here because it looks like a little fishbowl, basically.
You ought to be up there when they run a race up there, NASCAR.
Never been.
Oh my God, it's loud.
Well, I never have been. Never been to a NASCAR race.
I tell you what, you can go downtown down there, and it's loud down there too on race day.
I hear you. What's up, Toad Mater? Appreciate everybody tuning in. Doug Designs, ExtremeMotorsports99.com. Truck Series here live tonight under the lights of Bristol. We interesting.
Yeah, it is, Joe. Hey, Tomato. Well,
we have had a good season so far. A lot of ups and downs. A lot of things have happened. Tonight, well, they go to the first short track here of the season. I mean, we've had plate tracks, we've had 1.5s, had all kinds of stuff here.
Which one is this? 4?
I think so.
10-4.
Let's get them up here tonight. Tyler Hallman putting it on pole. Timothy Hammer right there. Going to drop the hammer on it here, starting in second. Third place man, Dwayne Dunn. And Drew Moraz starts in fourth. Fifth place starter, Garrett Grant. We got David Weishart right there starting in sixth. Seventh place, Jeff Martin. And Chris Seidenfeld. Said what it was last week, but I knew I was going to forget it again, so I'm going to just had to keep practicing. But he starts in eighth. Ninth place man, Jeremy Rigney. Rounds out the top 10, Nolan Neiman. Right there in the 10th place. Look through the rest of this field. Got 30 trucks here going to do battle at Bristol. Well, under the lights here, it's going to be a good one.
I'll tell you what, this many trucks at Bristol, it's going to be a good one, that's for sure. There's going to be some fender banging going on, Joe. This is Bristol.
I'm not sure, Toe. They might have did an update. Actually, iRacing might have done an update on the track, and we just not know about it. I did notice a little bit here. The lighting here, a little bit different, reflecting on the track. And I know you asked me about the black walls. I always thought the walls were black, but maybe not. But I did notice when the lights hit the track, kind of a little sparkle there. So which they did mess with the lighting stuff with the day-night transition. And I said 30 cars, but 30 trucks. Actually, looks like 35 trucks or 37 trucks are going to grid here tonight.
God.
Going to be a good one, man. That's a ton of machines on this small track.
Yes, it is. Hello there, Zachary.
Hey, what's going on, Zach? How you doing? Well, here we go. Let's grid them up here. Man, right there. It said Tyler Hallman starting out front.
The tire can get the job done now.
He's got the skills, got the truck, got the know-how. Definitely going to look good here, so we'll check it out and see what happens.
We on our way.
Pace car's
and
pulling
it'll be 2 laps before we go green.
Yep, pace car's pulling them around here. They get set to go green flag racing here under the lights. Bristol Motorspeedway. Got a good one, and Timothy Hammer. I'll look at something right fast. Okay.
I talked to him this evening.
Okay. Good looking trucks out there.
Boy, I'm telling you, I was just looking at them. They look good.
Yeah. We good. You know what? I'm with you there, Toad. I think they were white at one time. They might have did an update on it, and just a little small painting of the walls. Yeah, I haven't done a race at Bristol in a while either, on iRacing anyways. Yeah, I think they could have changed it. Race car's pulling around. Here we go. Get set to go green flag here tonight. Bristol Motorspeedway. This one in the books as the pace car drops off on pit road. Tyler Hallman, he gets a good jump out front, takes off, and actually Timothy Hammer did not get the jump that he wanted. They jacked the field up just a little bit.
Oh, he was really. Oh, we got a wreck. Caution on Speedway, Joe.
Well, that's more than a caution. That's a pile up there, Tim. Holy
I know
cow.
it. I've seen that.
Let me go back here on the replay. Let the viewers see what we got going on. We'll go from the box. Actually happened right up in front. Looks like the 44 was the first one involved. So let's go back on. I think that's a 44. Yep. Let's go back on the 44 here. See what happened. He was up front here. Got a feeling he goes into the turn there. And he gets a little help by the 31. Punching him around a little bit out of the turn. Next thing you know, there's just nowhere to go on this track. Once a wreck starts happening, it closes up the track, and it is done from there pretty much. So huge wreck here to start off at Bristol, and already got excitement and action on the track.
Boy, I'm telling you, there was a bunch of them in that pile.
Right. Yeah, a bunch of good cars that got tore up there.
That eliminates some of them, won't it?
Yeah, Toe, you're right. Get out there, man. They need help. They need a lot of help. And you're right there, Tim. All about survival here at Bristol. Bristol, don't get me wrong. You got to have some, skill. You got to have some speed to get around the place. But a lot of it, I kind of put two and two together. Plate track racing and Bristol racing, or any of the short tracks, Martinsville, New Hampshire, all them. You really got to have some luck involved, and we just saw right there, Tim. It just don't take much to get around. The problem with this track is it's not self-cleaning like a Dover. They don't wash back down the track. Once it usually closes up, there's nowhere to go.
There ain't nowhere to go if you're behind like that.
Yeah, no doubt. Tyler Holman still out front. Dwayne Dunn right there in second. Timothy Hammer sitting in third. Looks to be, count off here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 machines involved in that wreck. One of them officially out, Andrew Mraz. Unfortunately, officially out of the race already, just at the start of this one. Hate that on his end. Bunch of them are several laps down. Going to try to, points, you got to try to get your points in.
That's right.
Do I think this is the worst short track to race around with a group or Martinsville? I feel Martinsville, and which they're both tedious. Okay, here at Bristol, you can maneuver in the turns and out of the turns a little bit better. You're running more of a higher speed here, but you can maneuver, I believe, a little bit better and avoid things a little bit better. Martinsville, though, to me, you're not running as much speed, but there is not a lot of room to get anywhere. It's a one-groove track, and once you get caught on the high line, it's pretty much a one and done. You're going to go back. Here, at least, you could probably go side by side for a few, not very long, but the both tracks really bring about them different, but and nerve-wracking at that. And so pace cars in. Let's go back green. Let's see how we handle this one. Tyler Holman again gets another good run. Wayne Dunn picks out in second.
Oh, no, that's okay.
Yeah, Alan, it is what it is, man. Iracing was having a little bit of issues. Good battle going on right here. What I was talking about, like I said, right here's a perfect example. Ralph Vandervoort's right there battling out with the 94 of Scott Brooks, and then right behind him, got another wreck happening. Pile up right there. Wow. That involved the one machine, Zachary White, but you saw right there in front of them, they were able to go side by side for a short amount of time. But then it looks like the 64 came up right in front of the one there, Zachary. And then again, Hole closed up here so quick. It's not a self-cleaning track, and let me explain what I mean by that. People out there that might not know what I'm talking about. Joe, when were we talking about self-cleaning? I mean, was it out there's got its own sweeper? No, it don't have its own sweeper, you know, whatever. But what I mean by is normally on a track, and I think this is wild myself. It's just physics, and I'm no physics person. So if you want to get really technical, you're gonna have to go get a scientist. But in the turns on a self-cleaning style track, Dover comes to mind. It's the one I know of. The cars, when let's say a car spins, it doesn't come back up the track. Or if it spins at the top of the track, it instantly goes straight back down to the bottom apron. Makes sense to me because, well, these are banked tracks. You would think car goes down if it's sitting up top. Not always true. This here, a lot of times, the car actually, or truck, actually can go back up the track or will stay where it's at. It will not move. So that's what I mean by self-cleaning. Yep.
That's it in a nutshell.
Yeah, and like I say, folks, if you want to get more physics involved with it, you talk to the wrong person on that. You're going to have to go out there and beat them. Because it always puzzled me when they say it. Like Daytona, for instance. Daytona is not a self-cleaning track. Usually where a car goes, it goes. It does not come back down the track. You would think with that high of a bank that instantly a car at the top would come shooting back down, but it don't. And it's weird. A lot of times if a car on the bottom wrecks, you would think with that kind of banking that it wouldn't go back up the track. A lot of times those cars go right back up the apron of the track, and I'm like, wow.
Yeah, like Talladega, 16 degrees.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, you would think with that high of a banking that there's no way a car truck, if it's spun on the apron, is shooting back up, there or whatever. But we see it time and time again.
A bunch.
But like at a track like Dover, usually if they spin on the bottom, they stay on the bottom. Everybody goes back down to the bottom.
We got one flat track this year too, Joe.
Which one? I think we go to Martinsville, if I'm not mistaken.
We'll go to Martinsville. That's a paperclip track.
We either go to Martinsville or New Hampshire. We're going to one or the other.
New Hampshire's a flat one.
Yeah.
I'm
not sure which one we're going to. I believe we go. Matter of fact, we might go to both of them in all the series. I got to go look at the schedule. That's kind of off, but can't think ahead that far. As the lights off on the pace car. Who do I got my money on tonight? Well, I tell you, this is Bristol, and it's almost like a Talladega. It's just like a wild card style race. It could be anybody's here. Let me see at about lap 100. I'll let you know, about halfway on that one what I got, because right now it's already starting out to be a wild one. Pace car's in. Tyler Hallman again. Going to see if we can't get a good jump over David Weishart, and he does. Everybody gets it going pretty good, but just because they get going pretty good don't mean they're going to stay that way.
You got that right. They're going to be some more wrecks.
Yeah, and like I was saying, like right here, you can see with the 34 machine there, Dalton, and the number 15 there up underneath it, that low line will come into play for a little bit. Most of the time here, the middle high line is where you want to be at. That's the preferred place, but this track, you can race, kind of multi-groove for a little while. Unlike in Martinsville, you just kind of forget about it. Once you get that low line, that's where you want to be at.
That's right. But you get up in that high line, you gone.
Yeah, it's sad, man, what happens there. But I'll tell you what, they're tearing it up back here in the back, about the 11th, 12th on back spot.
Hey, Alan Fox.
Alan out there, Apocalyptic Motorsports. On. Good one so far. 31 machine here. That's the 31. Now, he has a couple laps down. That's Andrew Mraz. I said he was out of the race, but he's back in because he was actually blinked out there for a moment, but got caught up in that wreck earlier on. Actually was involved just in that last wreck right there where he's running behind the number 1, Zachary.
I tell you what, Joe, David Weishart has caught Tyler Hallman. Here he
Let's go back
comes.
up front here. See, battle for the lead. Tyler just went high, and David's going to go down low. Well, see, the problem is that high line has the momentum here. And for right now, you're going to see Tyler's just going to have that momentum coming off the turn.
He sure does.
So that's going to put the number 4 back there and the backside back behind him. But he tried it for the moment on the inside.
Yeah, pretty good run, too. But it don't hold down there.
No, not unless he can get it there and then slide up in front of him. Because you can see all the trucks down. They're traveling up towards the wall. Kind of arcing in a little bit and turn and just let that thing kind of shoots up. He's going to try it again here. Going to get a run on the inside of him. Going to door to door. Just going to see that high line's just got the momentum. Can't get the grip down low.
High line fast right now.
Yeah, and that's the preferred line, and caution's out.
Oh boy.
Another big one in back here. Go back and see what happened on this one. The replay, Jeff T. Martin involved in it. Let's see if he actually, actually him and the 94, got together, and the 05 involved and several other machines involved. Wow.
Gonna keep on, we ain't gonna have no cars, huh?
The Bristol, eat them up.
Yeah, that's exactly right. You gotta keep it clean at Bristol.
Yeah, choose them up here. Me and Tim had a side wager going on. How many calls did y'all think we're gonna have tonight? It's usually not something you want to kind of brag about or whatever, but
I say 8.
Tim said 8. I said 10. What do y'all say out there in the chat? What do y'all think? Right now we're working pretty close to it. So unfortunately, but I mean, nothing to take away from the guys on the track here. It's just Bristol. It is what it is.
This is caution number 3. Hey, Oliver.
Tyler Hallman Steele and Allen, boy, going high on the chart there. 16, okay. Ooh, who's the 94? The 94 is Scott Brooks.
Yeah.
Scott Brooks, he's back in 19th. And what you just saw right there, too, just to kind of explain a little bit on that caution, don't want to jump on the 94's case, too much out there, but here at this track, you get such a run so much going in to the turn. The guy in front of you, there's such different braking points here. He might brake a little early, brake a little soon, and boom. And next thing you know, you're getting the back end of him. Doesn't take much to turn one around here, so that's kind of what we've seen all night.
I'll tell you something else, Joe. If we have a good green flag running, we're gonna be coming up on lap down cars.
And that's another thing. Usually, if they get strung out here, you're right. Don't. Oh yeah. I appreciate that. Throw that up there, don't we? We get a good long green flag run. You're right. Usually, the leader's always in danger with the lap cars, and it looks like we've got a lot of betters out there. Toe says 19. Oliver says 13. Tam says 14. And
Who?
You hear that I'm going to do one race. I'm actually going to race a race. Yes, I am one. I'm going to attempt it. Let me say I'm going to say it that way. I'm going to attempt it. SRA Daytona 500 race. Won't be broadcasting. I'm going to race in it. Cup car, Daytona. Yeah, we're going to see how well that turns out.
What's going on, TMP? You and Tama?
TMP out there. We got several trucks showing retired right now. Robert Montgomery, Jeff T. Martin, Jeremy Rigney, Jason Eisenhower, Curtis Vollmer. That's a big one right there. Johnny Dressler, all showing out as of right now. Several cars laps and laps down. But you're right. What'll eventually happen here, though, and it just product of the track, is everything will kind of pan out. I feel like we'll eventually get a long green flag run here. We have a slow, short cautions, long green flag run, and then towards the end of it, these guys, they'll lose their mind again because it's go time. Pace cars in, Tyler Hallman out front. Going to see green flag flies. We're back racing in Bristol.
Tyler Hallman got a good shot out there in front. This track here ain't as dangerous as them big ones there, Joe.
So far, it's been treacherous on drivers. A 34 Dalton on the inside, the 55 machine there of Chris. And they're duking it out door to door.
Yeah, we done seen David Weishart catching Tyler Hallman, but catching him is different than passing him.
Well, you're seeing right there, you actually, and Chris couldn't make, well, he couldn't make the pass, excuse me, on him, but you got 75. Wally Tierheimer right there battling it out. He's side by side with the 61 of Jeff Gilliam. They're battling right there, but now he falls back in line.
They caught him again there, Joe. We're going to see if we can get around him this time.
Yeah, what you're going to see, once these guys kind of get spread out, single file, that's the thing. You just got to get the single file run. Get everybody, you know, in order. They'll calm down a little bit. Now they've seen what this track actually can do.
Yeah, he tried it again. That upper line up there, that line up there is faster, Joe, up next to the wall.
The preferred line at Bristol. High line here, you just can't. You can try to get the low line if you got the tires and the grip down there. You see the 24 machine. He's traveling off down there. Now the 24, his first truck a lap down. That's Everett Lane. Trying to see what he can get. So he might be on a little bit better tires than some of these guys.
Good.
Back here battling with the one machine of Zachary, who got caught up in the wreck. He's actually battling right there with the 16 of GT Hawkins.
Yeah, if we can get some long flag running, green flag running, we'll see them come up on them lap down cars, and that's when they have trouble.
Oh, back up front, you got Tyler Hallman, but you do got David. He is still stalking the man right there, and then number 21. I've said it before, like old Tyler Hallman, been here for a while. He's just not had the luck on his side when it comes late into races. So we'll have to see what happens as this race goes on. You can just see that David, he looks like he's faster. The problem is, just because he's fast doesn't mean he can get around him.
That's right. Here at Bristol, it's hard.
Yes, it is. Bringing up to 39 of Dwayne Dunn. Got to have a three-truck battle.
The best place to be here is up front.
Well, true, sometimes until you get into lap traffic, like we said, then danger lurks at every corner. That's what I always say. Same thing for like any other short track. And they'll be catching some of the lap traffic here, but you see them riding that high line and just a preferred line right now.
Yes, sir. If they sneeze, they'll wreck.
Yeah, David right there on the tailgate of the 21. He's peeking to the inside, but I think he really understands that there's not a lot he can do at this point.
He's down there again. He may get a run this time. No, there he comes back.
Just can't hold it down there. It doesn't have the grip in that low line right now. And now he might be able to use a lap car to maybe pin Tyler up top, and that way maybe shoot around him that way. But as of right now, to be able to get, I think he just doesn't have the grip in the truck to make it work on his own.
He sure don't. And look at that, right there behind him, they catching him.
That's Dwayne Dunn catching him right there. But Tyler and them are also catching some lap traffic in front. But they got three lap trucks in front of them there. We'll have to see what happens here. See if actually David tries to maybe use and pit one of those lap cars or trucks, and Tyler bumps the wall. That might be the opening that he needs.
Not
yet. They're coming up on the 97 there to put him a lap down. Got around him pretty good. You see the 40 there. Joshua Gillen. Next truck in line. Got to see what that for, but you're right. Dwayne Dunn, he's pulling in, and there's another one there. Timothy Hammer's pulling in, so we might have 4 trucks up here battling soon.
Boy, Timothy's getting close, ain't he?
Pulling that in. You see Tyler is driving up the track really, a lot right now, and he's driving up into that track. The problem with him doing that, Davy's having to let off the throttle a little bit. I see it happening in the turns. when he does that, I mean, you don't want to get into the back of him, but he still just can't get the momentum to go around him.
Yeah, I seen Tyler go up across the wall last lap.
And that's where he wants to be at, up against the wall. That's where everybody's running at, kind of the wall. Now, me as a racer, I never preferred that. The reason being is, it scared me.
There's your car up too, or truck.
Well, yeah, that too. Lap truck gets out the way. Good job on his end. Tyler Hallman still up front, leading this one. They had all 49 laps of it so far here tonight, 200 laps. They'll go by pretty quick when they get a good long green flag run, and that's what I was saying. It's a typical short track. Guys get out here to get a little rambunctious at first, and a lot of cautions first off. Then we get a long green flag run, and then at the end of it, obviously, you know, everything's out the window at that point.
Yeah, they're settled. Oh, he bumped him.
Well, that's another thing we talked about, bump and run. You can do that at this track. It is a short track. We have seen it time and time again in the real NASCAR world. He might get up there. Davey might say, okay, Tyler, that was one bump. Just to let you know, I'm back here. Usually it's 2 bumps. Might want to move the third one. You got to go.
He's a little bit faster than Tyler. I see that.
He is faster, but getting around him, that is the problem, and that's the whole hiccup here. Is he's a lot faster, but trying to pass. This place is not the easiest place to pass. I mean, it sets up like what a Martinsville is. Once they get in groove and get up there, I mean, you know, Tyler don't have to move out the way. It's up to the number 4 to find a way around him.
Yep, because he's running the line that David Weishart needs.
Does, absolutely. Look what's going on back here in the back of the field. Wally Tierheimer right there with the 61 there of Jeff Gilliam. Also got the 64 Cody McFadden behind him. 5 of Randy Perdue. Zachary White right there. So you got about 5 machines there running nose to tail.
Yeah, they are swapping out, ain't they?
Yeah, David, and that too. Let me touch on what you just said right there, and I'm glad you said it and I didn't. Because here's the thing, I'm all about the bump and run. I'm not all about the EOL, but because of what you just said right there, the exact words that you just said, it makes the guy behind him scared, and that changes his whole outlook on racing. Now again, obviously, hey, it's Extremes League, their rule book. Any league, it's their rule book. They do what they need to do to keep these guys in order, by all means. But I'm like you there. It does tend to, like David right now, and we got a caution on the track. Let me get on that, and I'll get back to that subject again in a minute. Looks like the 2 of Brandon Freeze, not Fries, Freeze. And actually, Wally Tierheim came down, and next thing you know, the 2 machine, he went right into the wall.
Okay.
Caution's out. Now, let me just finish up what I was saying there. But again, Davey, like what you were saying, yes, you see that David definitely is faster. I'm all for on short tracks a bump and run. But like what you said, if he does that, he's going to get the EOL. From my knowledge, obviously the admins here, you know, it's their call. Whatever I say here in the booth, not the gospel, not the truth, blah, blah, blah. But it does tend to not let these guys race to their full potential. Now, on the flip side of that, it does control a lot of guys from going out here running over people. You know, you don't want a bunch of dudes just out here, man, just killing each other on the track, you know, doing anything they can. If you've got a good core group of guys, and that can do that. Now, I've seen leagues that don't have EOL stuff. You've got a good core group of guys that race around, know how to race around each other and respect each other, et cetera, then yes, it would work that way. If you don't, then yeah, it could be chaos. So that's kind of my view on it. But at short tracks, man, the bump and runs should never be viewed as as a scare tactic. That should be, hey man, I'm sitting back here riding. It's a bump and run.
Yeah, but like you said though, Joe, I think it's still in the rule book. If you cause the one in front of you the wreck, it's your fault.
Right, that's understandable, and it's not what we're never mind, Tim, never mind. Anyway, it's not what we're talking about. We're talking about the rule in general, whether or not. And you're right, Davey. A lot of guys will be more scared of the EOL than they are of actually trying to take the position. And sometimes, you know, when you're talking about positions 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, okay, yeah, I could see why being that aggressive. But when you're talking about last laps for the lead, for the win, I mean, on a short track, now 1.5 mile Talladega and all that, yeah, that's different. But on a short track like this, Martinsville, man, we're seeing real racing. I think the leader should be scared whether or not that dude behind him is going to, you know, just bump him a little bit. And I'm not talking about run him over, you know, deliberately, because there is a difference. But just, you know, a tap in the rear. Then, hey, I take it back to this Martinsville race, real racing. Joey Logano, beautiful bump and run. And Martin Truex Jr. was mad, but you know what? He can get over it. That was a beautiful bump and run. We see Dale Earnhardt, even a great one that everybody talks about, put the moves on people for years and years doing it, and nobody was, you know, had a problem with it. So yeah, we'll see what happens here tonight. As we got a new leader. Cody McFadden's going to lead this one out at the gate. He did not pit. Got a good start. Tyler Hallman there in second. The green flag back racing.
Tyler didn't waste no time getting back down there neither.
Yeah, well, you know, you're talking about a guy out there that's got 66 laps on his tires compared to the guys with new tires. It's not going to take long for them to freight train him on this track. All right, Jeremy. Well, I hate you got caught up in that first lap incident there. That's always a shame there, Jeremy, but I'll say you look good doing it. All right, Tyler Hallman back out front in this one. '34 machine. Dalton's trying to move up. He's battling with Wally. Wally's right there. So I know his mom's probably watching. She's happy. He's got the burger machine out there. I like that burger.
They'd be in line right now.
Yeah, they're trying to be a little patient. You know, they're trying. I mean, hey, as many cautions that they've had here, it's you know, you got to be a little bit patient. This track can be tricky.
Oh yeah.
Old KC Duncan. Used to seeing him in the Dunkin' Donuts machine out there, and I always said KC Duncan. He's got the Dunkin' Donuts, so Duncan and the KC, but he's running pretty good. Actually got a good run going in the 11th place spot.
It's hard to pass you at Bristol, y'all.
And let me say something too, because I know without a shadow of doubt I'm going to get a driver or an admin or somebody in the league trying to explain to me the UL. I don't need an explanation on it. And let me say, whatever I say here in the booth, it is just our opinions up here on things, and we bring the excitement on the track. And these guys, man, bringing the race. They love the racing. We love to bring the excitement. And, you know, the rule book and all that stuff, well, they got admins. They handle that. We'll let them handle that. We're going to handle this great racing going on here on the track.
Caution's out.
Caution. Guys are getting killed on the track here.
They sure are.
I think that's got to be Ralph Vandervoor's here. Let's see. might have happened. Well, the 55 kind of spun a little bit there, but Ralph Vandervoort was right behind him. Oh, yeah, Ralph got in the back of the 55. Now, the 55 held on to that machine. That was what brought the caution out. Wow. Huh. iRacing's being generous.
Yeah. Being in the wrong place at the wrong time ain't good neither.
You ain't lying. Well, folks, we're running pretty good. Getting through this one pretty good. I hope everybody's enjoying it. Some good short track racing here. Doug Designs, Extreme Motorsports 99.com Truck Series. Tyler Hallman. He's led most of it out there all night long. You've got David Weishart, who's trying to figure out a way to send the UPS machine around him there. Just not been having any luck all night long. Dwayne Dunn is in the mix. John Gonzalez in fourth, and Timothy Hammer hangs out in the top 5. But we had some early on big wrecks that have obviously taken some good contenders out of this one, and a couple trucks that are out of tonight. Scott Brooks, Robert Montgomery, Jeff T. Martin, Jeremy Rigney, Jason Eisenhower, Curtis Vollmer, and Johnny Dressler all out of the race tonight. Now, Bobby Tinch and Andrew Scholta, they're a lot of laps down right now.
It's calm right now, ain't it? Calm of the storm, ain't it, Joe?
All right, well, unfortunately, I just got some news, and I got a feeling why they just did this change. One of the admins told me, though, there's going to be a schedule change. February 12th, instead of Martinsville for the trucks, they're going to run Homestead. Okay, so we're going to leave it at that, but I see why. Sad, because I like short track racing. I really like short track racing, and these guys, the drivers out here need to learn. It's a short track, I mean,
Gotta have patience.
Yeah, you gotta have patience. I'm gonna leave it at that. I mean, what I want to say and what I wouldn't do the other way is the other way around, but you gotta have patience, and all these drivers out here, I think they're skilled enough to know that. It's the Truck Series. They're very good out here. Granted, short tracks are not the easiest to get around. Pace cars in. We're going back green flag. Tyler Hallman out front. David Weishart's going to try again. He just cannot get those starts that he needs. Oh, 32 in the wall.
No.
That brings a caution out. That's got to happen in the back, somewhere back.
Is that, Joe?
Did you?
Five.
I don't see. Oh, there it is. I see who it is now. Oh, 24. Everett Lane. Let's go back and watch. On the restart here. And again, stuff like this right here is what I'm talking about. You don't go 3 wide on a restart. And then right there, that just clipped them. And the next thing you know, boom, takes out a lot of truck. What we're seeing is guys are just being over aggressive. They need to calm down, and but it is short track racing. I mean, hey, it's unfortunate. That's the way I look at it. It's unfortunate.
Yeah, man. There's still a lot of trucks out there too, Joe, and they ain't got nowhere to go.
They don't. Well, let's see. You said 8. I said 10. See where we're at. We're not quite halfway yet. It'll race summary. All right. Tyler Hallman leading it. We've completed 82 of 200 laps with 2 lead changes, and we're up to 6 cautions so far. So almost right there at the numbers, but hopefully it stays right there. I think that's a penalty. Yeah, I don't, you know, and let me throw a Rick Donovan out there. And if everybody don't know who Rick Donovan is, he's the owner of Extreme Motorsports. There is a website called ExtremeMotorsports99.com. I say it a million times in the broadcast throughout the 3 days. Tim says it on Monday nights, etc., etc. And but they also said a million times. Not only we said up here, they said a million times in the drivers' meetings. Well, drivers, go to the website and there's a thing there called a rule book. And what Davey just said out there was true. Now, I'm not sure because I haven't read the rule book, and I try not to get up into the rules because I let the admins do their job. It's just kind of our opinions up here. I do know a lot of them. I know a lot of them have changed. I still think that you're right. I still think they do have the 3 wide rule before turn 2 in there. I'd have to go double check. I'm not going to speculate on it. But if that is true, then you're right. Penalty time right there, and those guys know better. They know better than to do a move like that and cause a caution on the start. That's what I'm getting at in a nutshell. Rick, I know it drives Rick crazy. It would drive me crazy too. You put something out there, guys, read it. It's the rules, and I think it would help short tracks here. Just my opinion. And folks, this is my opinion. I think, Tim, that it would help these drivers. Calm them down on some of these tracks. This track's already treacherous enough.
Yeah, it is, Joe, and there's not a whole lot of drivers that goes in there and looks at that neither.
They should. Every driver that comes into the league should. I feel like there should be a mandatory, maybe test done in the middle of something that pulls a part of the rule book, and that if you don't know it, maybe the penalty section at least. All drivers, hang on, we got lights off on the pace cars, going back green flag here. Pace cars in, we're going back green here at Bristol. Tyler Hallman gets another jump out front. Dave Weishart, but I back real quick to what I'm saying. We get this action on the track here, but I kind of feel like maybe that at least these drivers should know the penalty system. If they don't know that, then maybe they should, the admins, maybe give them a little idea out there. Maybe the admins should throw them a little quiz and they don't start penalizing these guys. Put them on probation or something. Hey, read the rule book, because I just feel like they need to.
Yeah, they do need to, and they ought to be. They have to. They should have to.
Yeah.
It helps the whole thing. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not saying get out there and memorize the whole thing, but at least some of it and whatnot, and say you looked at it and so forth and so on. But man, good race right now. Tyler Hallman has been the man in charge pretty much all night long. He has been able to stay, the safest place, out front, like you said earlier. Stay out front, be safe.
That's right. David Weishart has done everything in the world he could to get around him. He just can't get that bottom line to come in.
It's just the tires will not stick. It doesn't have the grip down there to get it done on a track like this. Will not happen. Timothy Hammer, though, is hanging on the 3rd. Dwayne Dunn there in 4th. Kind of spread out the top, I'm going to say about 6 or so. You got to go back here to about 8th, 9th, and 10th. They're running kind of side 61 of Jeffrey Gillum. He's got Cody McFadden taking him on the high line there.
Yes, he does.
It looks like he's going to drop back too and stay in that 11th spot.
They're singling out now, getting up there next to that wall. They're getting a little bit faster.
Yeah, absolutely. You got the one machine, Zachary White, right there. He's hanging on the 9th. Cody McFadden's trying to move in. Everybody gets in line.
All right, Joe, I'll be right back.
Yeah, Davey, and I get it. You're right. I agree with you. They are, but it's not the admin's place to push the rules. I mean, obviously it's admin's place to tell you the rules and enforce them, but they shouldn't have to every race after race, you know what I mean? But see, that's not the case here, Oliver. Rules are the same right across the board. So y'all know about modified tour cars, but this is iRacing and ExtremeMotorsports99.com, and they have a rule book for their oval, and it's all there. I read it when I raced here, and I knew it, and I knew what what I could do and what I could get away with and what I couldn't get away with. And if I messed up, well, I knew what the problem was. And, you know, and hey, if I messed up, I was the first to say, that's on me. And it's just the ways a lot of these drivers need. And it kind of helps you out a little bit, but it is what it is. Under caution here. Let's see what happened. Looks to be the 34 of Dalton. Let's go back and see. He actually was battling right here amongst Wally Tierheimer. 31 Andrew Mraz coming up through the field. Oh no, there's nowhere to go. That actually was the 37 machine. Wow. Yeah, that looked like the 37. Go back one more time. Yep. Timothy Hammer. Yeah, that happened up there in front. Let's go back and see. Him and the 39 there got together. Wow, coming out of the turn. Again, just one of these things, breaking points. Actually, that was the third and fourth place car. Oh, looks like Timothy might have just come up just a little bit. And then the next thing you know, oh, Wally Tierheimer got into it, but boy, just destroyed 34 of Dalton. Caution's out. Right. Getting set here to go back green flag. Racing again. Well, what y'all think about the race so far? I mean, a typical short track. A lot of beating and banging and just short track racing. I'd really like to... Yeah, we're in the caution. I'd really like to hear... I know Rick is listening. I know he's got to be listening. You know, I call Mike Romans Mr. Extreme, but I know Rick is out there listening, so really like to hear what his thoughts is on the race. Maybe not, but I'm just saying. Again, got to go back to maybe the guys calm down a little bit. That wreck right there looked pretty much... My spotter just didn't tell me there was a truck up high.
He just messed up, didn't he?
That's it. Spotter was like, oh, you're clear. Really? Boom. Hey, then why is this big hood up here in my back? Oh, so that kind of looked like that. Oh, I love the racing too, man. I mean, you know, even with, you know, a lot of guys been talking about, I got a lot of cautions. It's not, I understand short track racing. I understand the concept and what's going on out here on the track. So to me, it's a very good race.
I tell you what, Joe, I love this track too. I love racing at this track.
I won't go as far as say I love racing at this track. I don't know about that. I like watching it.
I like the trucks on this track right here in Charlotte. I love them at Charlotte.
Yeah, now Charlotte. Yeah, Charlotte, man. Ooh, yeah. T&P, good grief. Yeah, well, hey. This will not break our record of most cautions in a race, if you can believe that, T&P. I have called a race that had 20-some cautions in it, so
yeah. You
do the math. That was when I first started broadcasting and all, and I was up here calling. So do the math on how many laps that was. But pace car's in. We're going back green. Tyler Hallman has been in command most of it tonight, and he's looking to stay that way as he crosses the line, gets a good jump. Green flag's back at it. We're racing back at Bristol.
Dwayne Dunn's up there close to him now.
And Dwayne was right there a little bit. Go back here to the 55 of Chris. He's going to battle with the 39 of Dwayne Dunn up underneath. They'll go side by side at the turn.
Yeah, he's going to find out that ain't going to work neither.
That's right. Don't put you out of business, Toe Mater. What's the record? The most caution race that I ever called, I think it was 27.
Yeah.
Tim don't know nothing about that because he wasn't in the booth with me. I'm just saying. I think the biggest one I ever called here at Extreme, which was not, I won't say it or not, but I think it was maybe 21, 22, and I think I was like a gateway race. Bad track. That's just a bad track. Or Phoenix. Might have been Phoenix. It's Phoenix Gateway. It was one or the other. Those two tracks just are they love to, they harvest cautions for some reason. Go, Tim.
I'm right here.
I stopped talking. That means you can talk.
Kind of keep an eye on these two up here up front here.
David Weishart, Tyler Hallman, still running up there. Pretty good. Got Cody McFadden right here in 8th. Jeffrey Gillum, they're running pretty good. Ralph Vandervoort's right there also in the 9th place.
GT Hawkins in 13th.
Oh, GT. I kind of like that name, GT Hawkins. The kick out of that, man. GT. That's just it's a cool name.
Dalton Cowden, 19th.
Yep.
Everett Lane went back to 21st.
Yeah, Everett's 30 laps down right now. Unfortunately, got caught up in a couple wrecks out there. He's just out there trying to make it up because he can make up one more position. Of Jerry Glenn. He could jump him and get up to the 20th spot. So.
Yeah.
No, we're not talking about that right now, Toad. Tyler Hallman still leading it. Let's go back up front because those two, they've been duking it out all race long.
They've been out there nose and tail, so to speak.
They have been all race long. So what to see been if Davey, excuse me, I won't say Davey because I'm not going to chat, but David up front, he's been on his back bumper all night long. Just cannot get around it.
Yeah, that means for the new tires or not, it don't matter. He can't get around him.
Nope, sure can't. And Davey's trying everything he possibly can. You got Chris back here, though, trying to hold off Dwayne Dunn. Oh, Chris up in the wall, scraped it a little bit.
Boy, these two right here are something else.
Yeah, they're having a good battle. Look at the rest of the field here. Well, Joshua Gillen, he's been able to move it back up on the lead lap, back up to 12th, so some of the cautions have helped him out to get back on the lead lap. Ralph Vandervoort's right there battling with the 32 machine, back here in 9th, 10th, and 11th. That's old John Gonzalez.
Adam Eisenhower, he's in 11th.
Yeah, Adam Eisenhower. Got that SimSpeedShop.com machine looking good. Unfortunately, Jason Eisenhower, the other SimSpeedShop.com truck, out of this one, got caught up early in the wreck. I definitely want to appreciate SimSpeedShop.com coming on board 2019 here at OSR Network. On with TMP Knife Companies and Unleashed Graphics. Good one here so far. We're at Bristol.
David looks underneath him there every time he gets a chance, Joe, but he just can't get it to stick.
No, man, I don't think he's going to be able to. I think he's going to have to get up there and maybe rattle the cage a little bit of Tyler, let him know he's here, and because he is right there. They got a tailgate party going on up front.
That looks like he's going to have to rattle that cage to get around him.
I'll try it one more time. He's going to throw it in there deep this time. It just will not stick down low. He can drive it into the turn, but that's about all he can do because he just does not have the grip to drive through the turn.
Nope, he has to let up on it, bring it back.
Absolutely does. Good one right now. The Ford machine out front. Oh, excuse me, 21's out front. The 4 there behind him. That's 21 of Tyler Hallman and the 4 of David Weishart. They are nose to tail. I mean, David has probably tried every move he knows.
He sure had. He's still trying.
Yeah, I haven't seen Dre and them on here. Obviously, Tyler's not on here. That's kind of why a lot of those people, I get it. They pull for the family members.
The yellow flag is out.
Yellow flag.
Gosh.
Let's see.
Number 7.
Might have been involved in this one. Oh, yep. The 55 of Chris and the 5 machine Randy Perdue slams the inside wall.
We got 74 more laps to go, Joe.
Yeah, it's going by pretty good. I mean, you know, they've actually, you know, had some pretty good green flag run. That one right there was actually 25 lap green flag run.
Yeah, it was.
So they've had a little green flag run, a few cautions here, green flag run, a few cautions here. Not bad.
This ain't no time to take 2 tires neither.
Oh, you'd never take 2 tires here. You're going to take 4 all the time.
All the time.
Looks like Davey's going to beat Tyler Hallman out of pit road. Tyler had a 14-second, but Davey Weiser. Now about to
Davey
eat my words,
did it.
But I'm gonna be about to eat my words. He took 2 tires.
Yes, he did.
On this
I seen
one.
it.
Yeah, and that's why he beat him out. But, problems.
2 tires are not gonna hold.
Nope. Got a penalty coming out of the pit road.
Oh man, that messed him up for sure.
Sure did.
Golly, that put him way behind right there.
And I'm gonna go back on the replay because I got a feeling I think I know why he came out of pit road. Yep, I know why.
Come.
Well, he missed. Now I could be wrong. Could have sped coming out of pit road, but then again, it's kind of weird here at Bristol, and I never could. Here's another thing about Bristol I never could understand. You have to go into the one pit, but you have to cycle all the way back around to the other pit and come out.
That's right.
But now I just saw Tyler and David, so I'm going to say David might have had a penalty on pit road for some reason because, yeah, he is coming out. Maybe somebody out there can shine some light on what just happened to David Weishart because the 2 tire stop, even though it would have been very beneficial to him, now it's just he might as well just go back in and get the other 2 tires.
Wow, he's back in 11th place now.
Yeah. Yeah, he might as well just go back and pit and might as well just go get the other 2 tires, but 4 tires on it. Now, here's the problem. I know he's probably sitting there going, man, I'm going to be back here in all this traffic. He's going to have to be exceptionally careful.
Gonna be marred back, way back.
11th. Normally on most tracks, we wouldn't think about it. I'm just not. Yeah, and I'm with you, TP. You got to do a full circle, but Tyler Hallman didn't do a full circle. And he's still up front, so I'm thinking maybe David might have sped on pit road, just where he got the penalty. Not for sure. Maybe somebody out there, admin-wise, or somebody could get some light on that one. I will say he sped on pit road, but either way, lights off on the pace car. Pace car's in. Tyler Hallman drops the hammer. We're back racing. Dwayne Dunn right there in second. Ralph Vandervorst, good run for him up top. I tell you what, these guys, they're locking it up in the back.
They starting to get racy already, Joe.
Well, all 3 wide in the turn, and I knew it wasn't going to work. 32's around in the wall.
Oh.
John Gonzalez got clipped coming out of the turn. 3 wide, knew it was not going to work. Never does here usually. GT Hawkins got split in the middle between the 55 there of Chris and the 32 of John Gonzalez, and when he came out of turn, just got clipped. And, wow.
That's another one. Nowhere to go.
Oh, no. And David Weishart spins on it also. Let's go back and watch again.
Oh, boy.
We just said he got caught up in the back here, and he's way back here marred. He sees the caution in front of him. Oh, and the 05, Tommy Amassey. No, excuse me, 05, my bad. Not Tommy Amassey. That is 05.
I'll have to look up and see.
What I'm looking for right now. 05, 05, 05. Tommy Massey, that's what I thought. Tommy Massey got up there, hit the wall, came back down. Davey Weishart nowhere to go. Doesn't look like he's got a lot of damage. No, it was just short track. It's really shouldn't be too bad.
Oh, it ain't too bad on this one. Oh, I tell you what. Something else, ain't it?
Good race so far. Tyler Hallman still leading it.
Yeah, yeah.
TMP out there. What's going on here? It's Bristol, that's what.
We're going to see what Dwayne Dunn can do now. Him and Ralph Vanderborst.
Well, I'm going to tell you what. Tyler, he keeps staying out of trouble. Now, he might be liking these cautions. He's probably like, yeah, you know, I stay out here as far as I stay out in the leader, I'm good to go.
Clean air.
Plus, he gets control of the field on the restart.
That's right.
Nope, still on the pace, lights off on TMP. What's going on here? Well, it's Bristol, baby. I tell you, that's the thing. That's what they call it. Last great Coliseum, and these guys are battling it out. Sheet metal out here. The virtual side of it here on iRacing.
Maybe it's all lined up right now, don't.
Yeah, line them up. Do it again. We got the cup cars tomorrow night there, Tim.
Oh, I know it. I was thinking about that today. Them guys done pretty good.
Too. I think we're going to be at Bristol there also.
Yes, sir. And them cup cars are wild right here, buddy.
Yeah, it's the best of the best here at Extreme and the Cup machines tomorrow night for the Van York Construction Cup Series here at ExtremeMotorsports99.com. Yeah, they're going to come to Bristol also. Now, that's bringing a lot of massive horsepower. You're going to see a different perspective, I think, of racing there than what you see tonight here.
Oh, yeah. A lot different. We still got a bunch of trucks out here, Joe.
We do.
Yeah, they look like about 25 or so still out there.
Yep. Lights off on the pace car. We're going back green flag racing here. Pace car's coming out of turn 4. Tyler Hallman again. Drops that hammer, gets a good jump out front. Takes the lead. Everybody storms across the line.
Yeah. And I seen Ralph Vanderborst pushing that other one, trying to get him to go. Trying to get the Dwayne to go.
Yeah, he's racing old Zachary on the high side. Caution out.
Yeah.
That was quick.
Caution beats cautions.
See. Well, they had to start in the back somewhere here.
Somebody probably got in a hurry.
That's usually what happens. Oh, right there it is. KC Duncan. Spun around.
Wow. Ain't like KC.
Oh, yeah, a little help.
Okay.
Yeah, they had a little help out there.
Boy, it don't take long for them lamps to flip off there as long as you got a green flag, does it?
Oh, it don't. All right, look. We'll get a race summer here. They're out there yelling. Caution count is. Boom. There we go. Tyler Hallman leading it. We completed 139 of 200. 6 lead changes. 10 cautions. Oh, I'm on my number.
Yeah, but it's going to be more.
It's going to be broken probably. Yeah, we're not done. And I don't mean that in a bad way, but I just hate. It's Bristol. That's it.
That's right.
My wife over there says Bristol is a pretty name. Well, the track tonight with this car, these trucks,
it's a nightmare.
It's not being so pretty, man, for some of these drivers.
I seen Michael Waltz one night at Bristol. Joe, you would have thought it killed him right on impact. It tore that car all to pieces in two. It cut it in two.
Oh, yeah.
And they got to him, and they raised the daggum sheet metal up, and he waved at the crowd. Oh, Lord have mercy.
Well, I'll tell you what, it has been an interesting one here. Tyler Hallman is leading it. The Doug Designs, ExtremeMotorsports99.com. Truck Series here. Like I say, we're live here under the lights at Bristol Motorspeedway. And it's been a very good one. It's just been a typical short track race, brutal on some of these drivers and all out here. Like I say, as my wife said, Bristol sounds nice, sounds pretty. But boy, I tell you what, the track just ain't been pretty to these guys.
No, it ain't. That track gets slick, buddy. It gets slick.
It does. Well, the one guy that actually is liking it tonight, that's Tyler Hallman. Tyler is definitely loving every minute of it because he gets to control the field, and as long as he don't lose that lead,
I think it'd be hard for him to get it back.
Might be.
We got Dwayne Dunn right there, going to be right there if he can stay with him.
Yeah.
Got to hit that fuel same time he does, though.
Yep, we'll see. Lights off on the pace car coming out of turn 4 here. Going to drop off on pit road. Tyler Hallman again out front. He's going to lead this field to the green flag here. Under the lights here, Bristol. And Tyler gets a good run out again. And they all go side by side. Good battle for second here, though.
Yes, it is. There, Ralph Vandervoort just bumped Tyler Hallman to get going.
Dwayne Dunn's under fire by Ralph Vandervoort. Ralph's got that preferred line, that high line right now as they come out of turn. Zachary White's right there behind him, trying to work him over. You got the 86 of Adam Eisenhower. Don't look, he's right there.
Yes, he is. He's coming to the front.
Yep. Got the 39, Dwayne Dunn. He takes over second.
Tyler Hallman's enjoying this right here now. Bobby Dog, there's another flag.
Oh, and it's a huge one, too. Let's go back on the replay. Those guys are piled up back there. Junkyard here, virtual side. We're gonna have some free eBay parts, man, on it when we're done here as we're watching this replay. Jeffrey Gillen. Oh, man, Andrew Mraz lost something and just shot hard right. See what happened. He went into the turn here.
And his tire blew out.
And he went to the turn. The truck came out from under him. He was losing it, and then it just kind of ripped back up right. The next thing you know, the trucks were involved there. Nowhere to go for a lot of these guys. Ouch.
I tell you what, Joe, they think, I've heard through the grapevine the next upgrade they're going to put tires on here at Blowout.
Who knows?
Boy, that'd be something, wouldn't it?
All right, well, I'll tell you what, caution right here, and just typical, Bristol style racing. Tyler Hallman has we've got 11 trucks on the lead lap. I'm gonna tell you, we're going to read down the ones that I'm showing officially right now out of the race. GT Hawkins, Timothy Hammer, Randy Perdue, Jerry Glenn, Michael Thwaites, Brandon Fries, Scott Brooks, Tommy Massey, Robert Montgomery, Jeff T. Martin, Jeremy Rigney, Jason Eisenhower, Curtis Vollmer, and Johnny Dressler all out of the race.
Wow. Cleaning the field, ain't it?
Yeah, TMP, you're right, man. Definitely need to get you some parts right there. There'll be a lot of virtual parts out there on, check out eBay tonight.
Probably have some of them for sale.
That's what I'm saying. What do you need? Need a right fender for a truck. Yeah.
It's been explosive.
It has been very good. Be a short track. Right now, Wally Tierheimer is the first truck a lap down, sitting in 11th, trying to battle his way back.
Yeah, he'd be the first one to get the go around.
Tim Hammer says he's got plenty of parts. Well, hey, Maybe he can put you another whole truck together. Alton says he's got oil pressure. Maybe he'll get back out there and run a little bit. 51 laps down right now. Every little bit helps.
Yes, it does.
So far, so good. Tyler Hallman's going to bring them to the green flag again as the lights are back off on the pace car. Line them up. Try it again.
We know that Tyler Hallman, if he don't spin them tires, he's going to stay out front.
Tyler right now, I feel if he stays where he's at, because the cautions are definitely benefiting him, and he stays in the lead, he doesn't mess up, obviously. I think he's going to pull it off.
But all night long, they've been right there on his bumper, and they can't get around him.
Absolutely. Pace car's out of turn 4. Here we go. Tyler Hallman drops off. Green flag flies. We're back racing, and Tyler does get a good jump out in front of these guys. Everybody's there side by side behind them.
Yes, they did get a good jump that time. But who is that there against the wall?
Who knows? Wayne Dunn looking pretty good. He's got a battle there with Zachary White. Adam Eisenhower. Everybody lined up right there. Cody McFadden in the mix. David Weishart. Now, David Weishart, we talked about him. He was very fast early on. He was the one man giving Tyler Hallman a heck of a competition. He's up to 5th, and he's looking to take that 4th place away from Ralph if he can get it done on the inside.
Must have got that car fixed. So,
well, you got to look here. It's Bristol. Damage doesn't really hurt you as bad as what it would at a big track.
well, that's as long as it ain't your radiator.
Right, and he doesn't have a lot of damage. Just a little crunch stuff here and there. A little fender bang here, but not too bad. He's back in the 5th. The problem is, can he make it around Ralph? He's definitely faster. We've seen him do that all night long with Tyler. Even though he might be faster, it's hard to get around.
Impossible, just about it.
Gonna make that pass on Ralph, take that 4th place spot away. Lights up in front of him right there. Good move on it. That's what he had to do. He's gonna set his sights on Zachary White.
We got Dwayne Dunn moving up on Tyler Hallman there. He's getting closer and closer each lap.
He's a little lap times are off right now. Ran a 15.346 to a 15.223. So Tyler's just had the truck all night long. He's been able to be out there. I mean, David's the only one that's actually been able to get up there and kind of maybe just make him nervous.
Yeah, because Dwayne, he's trying his best to get up there, but he ain't got no closer yet.
No, not yet. He hasn't. He's sitting in 2nd place. Adam Eisenhower is right there in the 6th place spot. What's up, Jonathan? How you doing? 68, Ralph Vandervoort sitting in 5th. Got Cody McFadden right here in 7th. John Gonzalez in 8th. Casey Duncan's hanging out in 9th. Joshua Gillen in 10th, and the first truck a lap down, Chris sitting in 11th.
Hey, Jonathan.
Got a lot of these trucks right now. Pretty much the field's going to be separated pretty good, except for up front here. As you see, David Weishart, he's trying to work over that one machine to get that 3rd place spot.
He'll probably get it back there.
I'm going to try it. Well, he understands the time's running out. We're at lap 163 here at 200. He keep going green. It won't take no time for him to be right on top of the last laps here. He understands. Tyler keeps just running what he's running. He's got this one in the bag.
Oh, yeah. That's exactly if he don't mess up.
But either way, it would be a good bounce back for David. I mean, oh, yep, there's the opening that he need. As actually Zachary got up there, scrapes the wall a little bit. That lets David just go right around and take the 3rd place spot away from him. So even if he gets up here in the top 3 for David, that's still a win. He'll get caught up in a wreck, or get a penalty actually. Get marred back in traffic, caught up in a spin and a wreck, come all the way back to get up in the top 3. Not bad.
Oh, it ain't, Joe. Not here at Bristol, it ain't.
Yeah, all right, Tim, I hear you. Yeah, 86, Adam Eisenhower. That's SimSpeedShop.com's own Adam Eisenhower.
Catching on the lap down car now. It's going to play hard on Tyler if he ain't careful.
He's going inside.
Whoa.
Ooh, close one right there. Saw that. That was Joshua Gillen. Thought about going down low. Tyler went down with him. And there's what you didn't want to see. Joshua got up in the wall. Dwayne Dunn bumped a little bit.
Ow. Whoa.
And that's just what I talk about. Danger at every turn when you get into lap traffic. It just happens. We've not seen it tonight because we've had so many cautions, but if we get long green flag runs, that's when you'll see it. The leader on a long green flag run on a short track, he definitely, danger lurks at every corner.
It does when you get up in that lap traffic.
Well, we got 30 to go here.
Won't take long to get that over with, Joe, if it stay green.
Yeah, they'll blow through that.
Yeah.
TMP says, leave all my drivers alone. Well, Joshua right now is first truck that is a lap down. He's back in ninth. He actually is looking to have maybe a pretty good run. Top 10. The caution come out. He could lucky dog get back on the lead lap.
Yes, it could.
Like David Weishart, watching his lap times. Now, I still got to give David credit. He actually was faster than the top two guys up there. He ran a 15.779 to a 15.839 of Tyler. It was a tick quicker. He's just so far back, 2 seconds back from the leader.
Yeah, Tyler Hallman right now is where he wants to be.
Yep, absolutely. 25 to go.
Dalton Cowden's in the pit. Getting repairs.
Yep. Yeah, he got caught in a wreck earlier on.
Dwayne Dunn is doing everything he can get up there. He just ain't getting up there. Tyler Hallman has had a truck tonight. It's it. That's the truck.
I know we've had a lot of cautions, but the cautions actually have benefited Tyler up front here to keep him out front to get into the way he is now. The next thing is this is kind of the longest green flag run we've had tonight. They've been out there for 51 laps. But we'll have to start seeing what these tires and the fuel will hold up. My question is, can they go the whole distance?
178, they won with the pit.
Well, they've been out there for 52 laps. If they go the whole distance, this next lap would be 20 more laps. That's 82 laps total.
Well, they run 75% fuel.
I think they should be okay. They should definitely be able to run at about 80, 90, about 100 laps then. Okay, so we're good.
I think it's all clear from here to the end.
I believe we are. I just had to think about it. This is kind of the longest run we've had so far. So, you got to think about the tire wear too there, and I think Tyler's doing an exceptional job on it. Still watching here, David Weishart, who was in third. His lap times are kind of stabilized a little bit, so he's probably going to need a caution maybe to get up there to them.
That's for sure.
Good one so far here. Go back here, man, with Adam Eisenhower. Excuse me. Here with Cody McFadden. Zachary White. Battling just a little bit. John Gonzalez called up in a wreck earlier on. He's up to 8th. Chris right there. Forgot how to say his last name. Seiden fan? Seiden something. I know it starts Seiden something. I remember him saying it. Seiden something.
I can't remember.
Can't either. But I know it started Seiden something. But we'll just say Chris, and we'll leave it at that. He's running in 10, 2 laps down, first truck 2 laps down. Man, I think the time's running out for David to get up there. You actually see Dwayne close just a little bit of time, but you know, we seen that earlier. David actually was able to get there on the back bumper. Tyler just wasn't able to make the pass.
Oh, Joe, he bumped him a couple of times, and he still couldn't get around him. I got a feeling Dwayne Dunn gets up there, he's going to try his best to make him make a mistake.
We'll try to see if we can't get him off his game plan up front. There's a closing laps here tonight at Bristol for the Doug Designs Extreme Motorsports 99.com Truck Series, and got 12 to go. And I always say business is about to pick up. Definitely has. The run what you brung. 2 things. As last lap puts an end to it. Normally with 5 to go, that would put an end to it here on iRacing. As you see, Dwayne Dunn has pulled up on Tyler. I got a feeling tire wear is starting to play a factor here. And you know what a devastating thing it would be. Tyler has dominated this race all night long, but to lose it in the closing laps. Matter of fact, we seen that a couple weeks ago in one of our races by losing it on the last lap.
Sure did.
Tyler right there is trying to tell the lap truck which way you want to go, high or low. I got a guy on my back bumper here that wants my spot. Tyler's up the wall, bumps it a little bit. He's trying to get around that lap truck. Now, here's where I'm always an advocate about lap down trucks, cars. Don't have to get out of the way, but as long as they're fast enough. Obviously, the 32 was not fast enough, and with the battle that Tyler has behind him, hey, look, 32, you need to move.
That's for sure.
We'll see, look at this. It's right there, the 86 of Adam Eisenhower. Now, that's the way it needs to be done. He stayed up high. The leaders went around. Now, that did allow Davey Weishart to close in some, but the problem is we're only going to have 5 to go here in the closing laps. Tyler has to hold off a hard charge in Dwayne Dunn.
Well, he's not getting close enough to him there, Joe. He ain't going to be able to charge him. He's getting up there a little bit.
Yeah, well, Tyler right now, he's losing the grip on that truck, and I see it. He's a little bit off his game plan. As when he crosses the line this time by, about to go.
69 laps on them tires.
Yep, they all do up there. Dwayne is just trying to stay where he's at to maybe just make Tyler, I mean, he's not close to him, but what it does is it makes Tyler stay on his game plan in front, makes him stay on his heels. And you see Tyler running that high line. He is awful close to that wall.
I can tell you something else. When he gets close to Tyler like that, it's going to take the air off the back of his truck, too.
We'll see it. Or to make Dwayne's push. We'll have to see what happens. But either way, I tell you what, closing laps here on this one, another couple times around, and it'll be the white flag for the final time.
If any caution comes out now, it's over.
Well, you see Tyler come off the turn 4 there, the rear end come out from under him, so you know he's battling with a loose machine. He'll take the white flag this next time.
I don't think. Dwayne might have one chance.
Well, he's got one more shot and one more lap. White flag is out. Here we go. Can Tyler Hallman, he has dominated this race all night long. He's got 2 turns to do it. He goes in high a little bit. He's coming out of turn 4. Tyler Hallman is going to hang on to it here at Bristol. And a thriller here for the Doug Designs Extreme Motorsports 99.com Truck Series. Man, what a good one. And Dwayne Dunn comes in second. David Weishart there in third. But Tyler Hallman pulling it off here tonight.
Boy, oh boy, I know how to pick them, don't I? I picked him to win. I did do it. I said the one that's in first place, and you said, yeah, Tyler Hallman. I did.
Folks, you had to apologize. I'm working with an old person.
I did pick him. You know I did.
I'm working with old people. David Weishart, man, I tell you what, that is a good run for him. a good bounce back. I mean, you know, to have a mishap. I'm interested to find out maybe what happened on that pit road there. What caused him? I got a feeling it was a speeding penalty. But to have a mishap on pit road and then get caught up in a wreck and to come back in third, man, it was a good one. But well, Tyler Holman dominated all night long. Good run for old Dwayne Dunn, too. He was up front all night long himself. A very fantastic run for him. As pulling up these guys right now so we can get a word with them. How'd y'all folks like out there in the chat?
You want to talk to all of them, Joe?
I can.
Go ahead.
Let's see. Well, before I go in here, I want to go and do the race summary because we ended up with 11 cautions tonight, folks. So I was one off. Wasn't too bad. It actually would have started out worse than what it was. But let's bring up the third place man, David Weishart. David Weishart, Joe White in the booth. Got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
Man, I tell you what an eventful race. Typical Bristol style short track running here tonight. You had a very fast truck early on. You was trying to do everything you could around Tyler up front there. I got to ask, though, what happened on pit road?
The first pit stop, I didn't understand the way the rules work, and I went all the way around. And so after that, I started doing how we were supposed to do it. And I took 2 tires there to get the track position around Tyler. And I guess pit road was closed because I guess the way iRacing does it is even under caution, you go in on your side of pit road and you leave on your side of pit road and just get back out on track. And I guess the pit road was closed and the other side was coming into pit. So I'm not really sure what the deal is, but it is what it is at this point.
I mean, I'm going to tell you what, I've raced here at Bristol, and I feel your pain on that one. This is one track, I say that on iRacing, it's crazy how the pit road stuff, but I knew there was some sort of penalty there, and I knew it had to probably do something with how you came in or came off and whatnot, or you either got a speeding penalty. But either way, I did see the 2 tires. Would have been a good strategy there, but interesting to see if it worked out to get in front because, you know, as long as Tyler was out front, it seemed like that was just the way to be. Very hard. Was it hard to pass down low?
No, for me, it was almost impossible. That's why I almost thought I had to take the 2 tires there to get around him. Because I had been looking at his rear bumper for 100 laps and was ready to get around him. But I thought that was the right move, and I felt like I had the same amount of speed as them, even on the 2 tires coming back up to the field there. But congratulations to him on the win. He did a good job, and had a lot of fun out here tonight.
Oh, well, to bring it back, I mean, it's a win because you did get caught up in a spin after that penalty there on the pit road. So to get caught up in that, to come back in the third, like you said, here at the treacherous track of Bristol, that's typical Bristol racing. Third place, not bad here tonight. Got anybody you want to thank?
I thank my teammates, Garrett and Chris. I thank friends and family watching. Thanks to y'all for broadcasting, and thanks everybody for coming out here to race tonight. It was a lot of fun.
No doubt about it. There you go. Third place man, David Weishart, did a great job here tonight. Trying to motor that machine up there to try to get a win. Just had a few mishaps earlier on, which is typical Bristol style. But Dwayne Dunn's going to end it up here.
Good.
Dwayne Dunn, Joe White in the booth. Got a copy?
Yes, sir. Go ahead, man.
Well, I tell you what, again, I got to say, a wild one here at Bristol, and that's just what they say. It's Bristol. It always is wild. But you came out of here in second. Do you think maybe if you had a little bit more time, you might have had something for Tyler?
Yeah, I think there's a good chance I could have got up there. I don't know if I got by him with his own older tires, but I hit one of them lap cars and just tore up my front end there. But I believe there's a good chance I'd at least give him run for his money there if I could have stayed a little cleaner there.
Absolutely. Well, and like that, you said, it's just as typical, man, Bristol racing. I always say if you get the long green flag runs, usually it's disaster at every turn. You well know that. I know that. But, man, what a good run for you tonight. Coming up second, a little bit short. I know you wanted to win it, but, hey, look good out there, man, battling for that lead up front. Got anybody you want to thank?
Yeah, and I'm just glad to finish second, too, man. I had a disastrous week last week. First of all, I want to thank Extreme and Doug and Ken and all the guys that work inside the league to make things better. But I especially want to thank my teammates at Bristol Motorsports and our sponsor, Old School Design, Old School Motorsports. They've done a lot for us, man. I appreciate all these guys.
No doubt about it. Definitely awesome to see you out there. And I know they're great to see a bounce back from a bad race last week to a good one here on a pretty treacherous track, but a little short, and you almost put in victory lane. Again, congratulations, Dwayne.
I appreciate it, man. Congratulations, Tyler, man. You're a good, hard, clean racer. I like running with Tyler.
All right, with that said, folks, I'm going to tell you what, I'm going to run on down here. Actually, I'm going to walk on out here to victory lane. This man, he dominates. Tyler Hallman, Joe in the booth, got a copy?
Absolutely, buddy. How you doing?
Man, I tell you what, could you have painted any prettier of a picture here at a track like Bristol? Because this place is just almost like a freight race. You just never know. But you had control of it. At one point, though, you had David back there on your back bumper. Then you had Dwayne coming. Was you nervous any time during this race?
I had a great crew chief reminding me the entire race to just run my race and don't even look in the rear view. I will admit it was very hard to do with how close they were getting in the rear view a couple times, but I just kept telling myself, just keep running my Larson line and they ain't going to be able to get me off the turn. So luckily that high line and that wall, let's just lean a little bit on it every once in a while, and it's a blast. It's a blast when you're out front here, buddy.
Right. Well, I got something, because maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'm right, because I haven't really, there was a couple little bit there I hadn't kept up on the truck. Would this be your first victory here in Extreme?
I have won once before, but it was Daytona, so this is my first real race victory.
Oh, okay. Well, that's what I'm saying. I didn't know. I wanted to make sure. I knew it'd probably been close, but hey, what better way to pull it off here at Bristol? I've seen you race from time and time again. You've just not had the races you like. Sometimes just get caught up in bad stuff and, wrong place, wrong time. Sometimes your fault, sometimes it's not. It is one of those things. But man, to pull it off here in fashion here at Bristol tonight, awesome win. Got anybody you want to thank?
Oh, first I want to thank you for the kind words there, buddy. I really can't describe how happy I am here. This is one of the tracks on my schedule that I was dreading, and I just was able to put the practice in with my teammates. Bobby Curtis jumped in a little bit, and I honestly have to send a huge thank you to Downforce Motorsport driver Dwayne there in second. He put up a bunch of lobbies, and we turned some serious laps, figured out some fuel strategies if in case it ever came down to it, which of course it wouldn't. But we worked some numbers, and I appreciate his help, and I'm glad he was running me clean at the end there. Obviously, I got to thank Rick Donathan, everything he does for this league. I have a blast in this league, ExtremeMotorsports99.com, and also Doug Blackman from Doug Designs for coming on board again as a sponsor. And also, everyone out there, make sure you watch that ARCA race that's coming up next week at Daytona. He's going to be part of a crew that's going to be in the #1 car that's going to be there taking the green, so that's pretty neat. And I also want to thank you guys up here in the booth. I want to thank all the guys at Iracing. They always support me, all the guys at work, Dennis, Mark, all those guys, and like I said, can't be happier.
Hey, no doubt about it. Again, awesome run for you tonight, Tyler, and a good victory putting it in here for the Doug Designs, ExtremeMotorsports99.com Truck Series here at Bristol. Again, congratulations, Tyler.
Yeah, thanks again. And also, just real quick before you send me off, I do want to obviously mention True Blue Racing Parts. They're our primary sponsor. They came on, and they also have some secondary sponsors going on our other teammates' cars. So real big thanks to those guys for backing us this year, for giving us some really cool-looking hot rods. Me and Bobby also are moving the Xfinity Series. We've been okay, but we're ready to get the season rolling up there. But if you can't tell, I'm really trying to step my game up this year. So thanks again, guys, and hopefully I'll talk to you next week.
No doubt about it. There you go. Winner tonight here at Bristol, Tyler Hallman, putting it in victory lane. Well, let's go to an unofficial results order here. As Tyler Hallman does win it tonight, Dwayne Dunn comes up in second. David Weishart there in third. Zachary White fourth. Ralph Van Divorce, he's up to fifth. Cody McFadden a sixth. John Gonzalez seventh. Adam Eisenhower eighth. Joshua Gillen ninth. And Chris rounds out the top tens. We looked at the rest of this field. Boy, I'll tell you what, Tim, what a wild one. It was Bristol.
But I tell you what, it was Bristol tonight, was it not? I mean, how many did we have? 11?
11.
That was an awful lot.
Well, hey, it wasn't bad, though, man. That's the way I look at it. It wasn't bad. It's typical short track racing. But I tell you what, that man right there, Tyler Hallman, putting it in victory lane, dominating here tonight. Well, folks, for myself, Joe, and for Tim, everyone, we're going to leave Bristol here under the lights. Y'all have a good night.
Good night, everybody from Bristol.